What is up everyone, welcome back to another anime figure review, and today I'm looking at Max Factory's 1/7 scale racing Miku EV Mirai version. If you haven't seen the unboxing yet, then make sure to check that out, and of course if you want one of these for yourself, then head over to Hobbylink Japan through that link down there to get yourself one of your own. Now let's check it out. When you see Max Factory written on the box, you know you're getting quality. They make some of the best figures on the market. They are really up there when it comes to companies that make anime figures. And I have to say they're definitely one of my favorites in my top 3, without a doubt. On first glance, this is an incredibly impressive looking figure. The sculpt is perfect, especially that insane hair. And the detailing really is something else. Topped off by that ever impressive Max Factory paintwork. No matter where you put this figure, it's gonna be an attention grabber. But anyway, let's get in there for a closer look. Starting off with what is definitely one of the most important aspects of a figure, and that is the face. A very simplistic expression here, but expertly executed. Pulling off an anime face in 3D is not an easy task, but Max Factory have definitely nailed it right here. The incredibly subtle sculpt of the nose there, the recess of the mouth which is also being nicely highlighted in there as you can see, and of course, not to forget to mention those killer eyes. The face then is perfectly framed by that killer hair sculpt. And that's one thing I have to mention, I cannot see a mold line or a screw up anywhere on this figure so far. Max Factory is definitely demonstrating how to do it right. But even though that hair around the face looks amazing, it's instantly eclipsed by the magnificence of those twin tails. They look incredible. From every angle, these look absolutely incredible. No matter what way you turn it, it just looks fantastic. All those curves are fluid and perfect and just remind me of a vortex of water. That hair is insanely good. Again, I'll mention just like the last time, this is more green than my camera picks up. It looks a little blue on the camera, but the color looks fantastic and fades into a nice transparent at the ends, which is an effect I never get tired of seeing. Moving down to the body now, and the skin is done in a nice matte paint. It's all done in the one color and it doesn't seem to have any highlights on here, but the light and shadowing of the sculpt does all the highlighting it needs. Onto the costume, and this is where you really see how detailed this figure is. The sculpt on here looks great. Got decals on here like the Good Smile Racing one, the Mirai one. I'm not entirely sure what this one up here on the shoulder says. It looks like it says Pike's 2014 Challenge. And these continue all the way around. We've got Krypton there on the belt, that awesome shade of Miku Cyan, as well as some nice grey decals. Another really nice decal here on the legs saying EV Mirai, as well as some nice black dots. And just like I said already, we've got that awesome shade of Miku Cyan there, but we also have these awesome magenta pinstripes all around the place, and they really go with the green. It's one thing I've always thought, I've always felt it needed some pink in there. And these EV Mirai versions of Miku have thrown that in there, so I am very happy about that. And before I absolutely forget, there is a rear view of the jacket, which has these nice little sculpted vents in there. That looks really cool. Also, as it may not show up in the video because it never really does, but there is some awesome light purple highlighting all the way around there, as well as down the arm here as well. It never shows up as good in the video as it looks in person, but trust me, this looks great. And the last thing I'll point out then is the awesome helmet. I have to admit, I absolutely love it when they put a lot of detail into something on the figure that isn't necessarily the focal point. Something that your eye isn't instantly drawn to, but they still put a lot of detail in. And this is one of those aspects. Done in a very nice gloss paint that complements the matte of the rest of the figure perfectly. The decals on this look fantastic. I'm not sure if this is an actual reproduction or not of the helmets worn by the team. If you know if it is or not, totally let me know in the comments. But either way, this thing looks stunning. And of course, they're very similar to the colors on the EX Ride. And I definitely have to mention that my favorite aspect about this helmet, and the thing that really does show that Max Factory do go that extra step when making their figures, is that the visor on this is actually transparent. And that, to me, is something they really didn't need to do, but it's a little thing that just adds so much more to the figure. So that is it for the review. What can I say? This thing is essentially perfect. Max Factory always sets the bar really high and have knocked another one right out of the park. This thing is pretty much perfect in every way, and there's not much else I need to say. If you like it and want one of your own, check out that link in the description. But as always, make sure to come back for more figure reviews. See you next time.